What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Ins and News podcast. Championship Sunday is in the books, and Super Bowl matchup is officially set. We're breaking down both conference championship games, the key moments, the turning points, and the performances that sent the two teams to the biggest stage in football. But while the playoffs narrowed down to two, the offseason is still heating up in Pennsylvania. In Pittsburgh, the Steelers make a massive move by hiring Mike McCarthy as their next head coach, signaling a new era in the Steel City. While in Philadelphia, the search continues for a new offensive coordinator as the Eagles look to reset their identity heading into next season. It's playoff football and franchise decisions colliding all at the same time. This is the Ins and News podcast. Let's get cracking.
Hey, did you know that the human's ability to smell the wet earth is actually greater than a shark's ability to smell blood in the water?
What is the wet earth?
I don't know. Ask Reddit. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Yins and News. My name is Ben with my co-host Nathan. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. We have a little special guest with us today.
You do.
Nate Lefevre. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, guys? How we doing today?
It's going, man. It's going. You guys ready to talk some Steelers football? Because Philadelphia's just forgot that sport existed for right now.
Philadelphia's just waiting for all the coaches to get hired so they can finally pick one. That's what's going on, I think.
It makes the decision way easier when you don't have a huge pool to choose from. Maybe
Right?
that's what they're looking at.
Maybe.
But yeah. So Fubia, you wanna go ahead and take it from here, man?
I mean, we want to dive into it. We had, two conference championships games decide who's going to the Super Bowl. One super electric, the other one very much not so.
Nope.
We start with the AFC, where the Patriots, for the first time since post Brady, are going back to the Super Bowl with the man Drake May.
You know, I personally was kind of surprised to see that they beat the Broncos based on how that game was going, but I mean, we knew that the Patriots were gonna go back, right? I mean. The Chiefs were nothing this year, so
you kind of saw something coming. I mean, they had just like the easiest schedule. I feel like
they did.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like with the regular season. I know everyone called them like the schedule merchants with that, but especially in the playoffs where they had to beat a Chargers team that's just cursed because Justin Herbert can't win, and then they had to play the Texans because C.J. Stroud is his butt, and then Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos, who they were the first to score, so I maybe thought it was going to be interesting, but.
I really thought that the deep ball, like right off rip, I'm thinking, all right, this team came to play.
I know.
This team came to play. They're not, nerves are gone. They're everything's good now, right? And that was it. That's all we got. So,
I mean, I'll say though, how do you say his last name? Stidham.
Stidham. Yeah.
Stidham. He looked pretty good. I mean,
well, yeah, like what he was saying with the deep ball to Cortland Sutton. I was like, the Stidham hype is real.
Yeah, I was a
little.
little upset that I didn't put a money line for Broncos, which I really felt like I should have. But
I mean, 133 for not playing. What was it? 2 years?
2 or 3,
like
right?
2023 was his last snap. Yeah.
So I mean, you got to give the guy credit. I mean, go in there.
Oh, 100%.
1 week, get, prep, everything like that, ready to roll. And like I said, like deep ball, I'm thinking, man, they're going to open it up, and they didn't. So
They didn't. They did not.
And then the snow came, and then no one could do anything.
Yeah, and then I mean, Drake May finished with 86 yards.
I was just going to bring that up. Like, he has been pretty underwhelming, I feel like, this whole play. But again, with like the schedule, I feel like they're just getting through. But like now they're here, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're obviously here for a reason, right?
And they are. They are.
Mike Vrabel, and everything. Like, he gets his players ready, man. He gets them. To joke around, that bond that they have. Like, you see the clips of the mic'd up moments and everything. Man, he's fun to watch.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. I hate to root for the Patriots. Just, the area that we're in, the type of fans that they are. I mean, we've seen them dwindle down a little bit once, Kansas City started to go crazy and some of the bandwagons left. But they're I can hear them now. They're right back.
They're back.
Our comment section
They're
proves
back.
that they're right back. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword here. I'm excited for Drake May. He looks good. I mean, there's no other way around it.
MVP season. I mean,
yeah.
He does look good. I mean, rather than this one game, which obviously he didn't need to do Superman, right? I overall this season I'm very impressed with that second year, leap that they always talk about in the NFL, right?
Yep.
And to go from good mid rookie season to now MVP talks, that's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, that second year is always super defining for any player, but specifically a quarterback, because you're either going to hit that sophomore slump, CJ Stroud, or you're
Kenny
gonna
Pickett.
Hey, he won a Super Bowl, man. Don't forget that.
You bring that up all the time. It drives me crazy.
It's my only talking point that I have. Kenny Pickett. But then you look at players like you said, like Drake May and MVP talks. I mean, he's electric. He's good.
Yeah. I was say, he manages the game well. Yeah, did what he could get done. I even kind of going into this, kind of discredited the defense of the Patriots, but even they showed a little, like you said, Vrabel gets his guys right, and then I thought it was due to the snow, but the missed field goal ended up actually being a block. I mean, it was just huge.
Yeah.
Again, Patriots, I think this is like their 10th or 11th. I think the past 2 decades, it's been Patriots and Chiefs, and now there's even no Brady in the Patriots are back.
Going into that game, I did see also Denver was 4-0 against the Pats when they came into that stadium.
Were they really?
So they were 0-4, I believe, in Denver during the playoffs. And I'm thinking, okay, I for sure thought, all right, history's going to rewrite itself. They're about to be 0-5, and we're about to see a backup quarterback in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we're not, but now I think Nathan and I are both giant Seahawks fans because we know what's on the line here if the Patriots win, right? You know that, Nathan?
Oh, I absolutely know what's going on. Yeah,
seven Super Bowls for the franchise. We'll pass this Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't allow that to happen. So, Sam Darnold and we trust.
Yep.
So let's go.
No, I'm telling you, I've been saying for a while. I don't know if you've heard. I've been saying Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl for at least a month and a half now. And I'm happy that my predictions are starting to come true. Yeah. And, we can go ahead and jump over to that NFC game if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was a little bit more electric.
And that was good. And you talked about Drake May not having to be Superman. Kind of the same thing for Sam Darnold, except he actually was Superman.
He was Superman.
He was.
Because you looked at we talked about this last game about just how good the defense and just the entire Seahawks team is as a whole. Drake May only had 16 passes last week in the divisional round.
Yep.
He did.
They dismantled the Niners. He didn't have to do anything. But this was the Sam Darnold game. 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jackson Smith and Jigba can seemingly just catch whatever he wants.
Oh my God, he's
that
got
comes
glue
his
on
way.
his hands, dude. It's crazy.
Same thing with Puka Nacua. It was just great.
100 yards at halftime, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, both of the stats. You look at quarterbacks; they were both pretty close to each other. I mean,
they are.
Stafford was 370. Or
374. Darno was 346.
Yeah, this was a good showing. This was a really good showing, especially for this quarterback.
Jackson Smith and Puka both had a touchdown and then over 150 yards as well. The fact that we've gotten 3 bangers from Rams and Seahawks. This season.
I was going to say, this was, and I think we said it last week, this is the best game. This may have been the Super Bowl this year. Seeing Seahawks, Seahawks in LA, both the 2 best receivers in the league, arguably 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league, 2 of the best defenses in the league. Can we talk about that
division though, real quick? That division has just been Seahawks, 49ers, and Rams all made the playoffs this year, and each one I could have looked at them on the piece of paper and said, that team's going to win, and you would know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That division was so fun to watch this year.
It was. The West was
It was. It was so cool to watch. And then the other thing, too, is, every single one of those games, so this was a 3rd game this year, right? Every single one was decided by, I think, less than a touchdown in every single one. And I'm like, this is cinema.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
We love to watch these kind of games.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And all super offense heavy too. Because, we preach this all the time. Defense wins a game. But they aren't the most exciting games to watch for the most part. There's a couple outliers here and there, but all super high scoring, all super offense heavy. This was if there's a script, they wrote it right. Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say.
It was good. Yeah, these are just those two teams that they come and play at the best of their ability, and you just can't afford. These are the kind of games you can't afford to make mistakes because they're just so close like that. And unfortunately, Rams muff a punt, lose that fumble, and then Seahawks recover, end up getting a score. Yeah. Does that probably decide the game? I don't know. They just.
But that's a big turning point, right?
It's a huge turning point in that game.
They always talk about momentum, and I think right there was the pivotal moment of the momentum switch into the Seahawks' hands. And,
absolutely.
They got the ball in the 20-ish basically, and then one play touchdown to an undrafted rookie, 4 catches, 1 for a touchdown. It was that. I'm like.
That was his 4th catch this season.
Didn't know this guy existed. Yeah. And he's going up and just mossing people like it's nothing. And
it's good.
It's what I watched. Mike McDonald, the coach of the Seahawks, talk afterwards, and he said it took everybody. And yes, it absolutely took everybody. Defense is clicking, and this is just like a unit as a whole. This Seahawks team it's a really hard team to beat, and. And they proved that from how they've gone through. So I don't know. We go to a Super Bowl, but all around. This is just a phenomenal Seahawks team.
You go back and it's been a while, and you guys have probably already talked about this with the trade deadline. Talk about Rashid coming to this Seattle team. The opening kickoff against the Niners.
Yep.
I'm looking at his stat: 1 catch for 51 yards.
No, he hasn't done a lot per se. No. But he's been pivotal at all of these. Times. Exactly. Yeah. He is used where he needs to be used.
And he just has one of those talents you can't teach, man. He's fast. He's so quick.
And it's not like he was doing anything in New Orleans. He was just kind of there.
Came to a really better squad.
Yeah. I think he was with his old coach or offensive coordinator, something along those lines at Seattle. Maybe I'm wrong there.
Maybe. I don't know.
I thought there was a connection that he's joining back up with someone.
Oh, really? I feel like I heard that as well, but I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Yeah.
Shoot, but I don't know. solidly, great game, and even like we said, Ben, great game by the Rams as well. But you just have those 1 or 2 moments that you can't get back. Matthew Stafford, 370, 3 touchdowns as well. Had a pretty great game. Do you guys think he's coming back next year? Is this kind of the end for Stafford?
I
think he comes back.
There was definitely a lot of discussion after the game, even kind of this morning of this week, just kind of what's going to happen with Matthew Stafford. But I'm right there with you, Nate. He had an MVP season, seemingly one of the best seasons of his career, and he's right there.
Wins MVP.
Yeah, he's going to be.
He's got to be favored.
Yeah.
My MVP votes were between Stafford and Darnold for. Yep. The majority of the season. So it's one of the two.
It is. Yeah.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
And it's not talked about because of Seattle winning the game, but Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 165, and a tutty.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Devontae Adams, 4 for 90.
That connection of Puka and Adams is the absolute best in this NFL. Granted, they're gone now, but so good. Maybe you've heard this, but I'm a huge Puka fanboy. Yeah. I love Puka Nacua. So to see him, still ball out, only 9 catches for 165 yards, that's insane. That dude is awesome. That dude is awesome.
What a steal in that draft.
Oh, yeah.
To sign him.
I thought it was even crazy. I was watching a post-game thing afterwards, and Puka was apologizing for a drop that he had, and I was you looking at his stats, he had 9 catches for almost 170 yards. It's you cannot be apologizing. I just thought it was crazy, but what a steal, what a pickup. Probably would have won Offensive Player of the Year if he didn't miss a few games, but I think Jackson Smith and Jig was going to run over that.
I think he is going to get it 100%. Yep. My vote's still for Puka, but it's got to be.
It's close.
Yeah.
It is close. But even back to the Stafford thing, I just think that's so crazy that at the beginning of the season we were even debating if he was going to play this year.
Right.
Because they were talking about a back injury. He didn't do anything at OTAs or anything preseason. And then, he seemingly has probably going to have an MVP season.
Oh, yeah. But he's got no reason to leave. Right? He's up there. Sure.
He's definitely not, declining. In
exactly.
He's absolutely still play.
From what we've seen from all of these star quarterbacks, is they play until they can't play anymore for the most part. I mean, look at Rodgers. No offense to you guys, but he's definitely up there. He didn't look bad this year, but it's not prime Rodgers. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I am always in the camp of end on a high note, but I would say for Stafford, this is not the high note. Another Super Bowl is going to be the high note. And he has every capability to get there next year.
I think they can too, because especially they still have that talent, because their defense is young as well, and their defense is really solid. So you just keep, if you retain Devontae and Puka as well, because he's not declining. So unless he just really felt like he needed to be done, I'd be a little shocked if I think he retired after this.
I mean, obviously he can still sling it, no problem. Right?
I mean, even with the quote unquote back injury, I mean, he was slinging it all year.
He's nuts. He is. And I remember there was rumors for him coming to Pittsburgh. Looking back now, I'm thinking, that would have been a bad idea. It's another world.
The rumors of players going to Pittsburgh the past 3 years.
I was going to say,
just get ready for this offseason, because I guarantee you're going to be back in the saddle for a rumor of Brandon Ayuk getting back.
Dude, I wake up with a text once a week with you oh my God, we're getting so-and-so this year.
It's just so much talk everywhere. It's it's going to happen. But eventually I get one right.
Well, if you say every player, one of them's bound to be.
Exactly. Yeah. So I called DK Metcalf, because I just called every other player that offseason. But sticking with receivers, I do at least got to feel bad for Devontae Adams. He is 0-5 in conference championships in his career.
Yeah.
And that hurts. That hurts pretty bad.
Yeah, and that's just bad luck. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the capabilities. I mean, he kind of played in that same vein as Metcalf this year, which I really liked, of he was able to draw receivers away. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I think that Adams pickup was one of the best decisions that they made, because you've already got Puka, who is an athletic freak, who going into year 3, obviously people are going to want to double coverage him, but now you've got Devontae Adams to worry about, who already has made a name for himself, already has the stats to prove that he is a good wide receiver. Now the defense is going to be confused. Who do we need to target?
Physical.
Yeah. So he did everything right this year. I was rooting for the Seahawks solely so that I could be right on my prediction, but at the end of the day, I wish that it was LA. I've said this before. If it wasn't the Eagles and I couldn't root for the Steelers, LA is always going to be that one team that I just kind of watch. They've always been something that I've been interested in. So to see him fall, it hurts. But here we go, Sam Darnold. I want to see him make the Jets fans cry. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So big week with Patriots going to the Super Bowl as well as the Seahawks. This is also, I just wanted to point this out. I found this out this week, and then probably the next 2 leading into the Super Bowl. It's just a really bad time to be Russell Wilson, and there's multiple reasons why. Reason number 1 is that he wanted out of Seattle, who seemingly rebuilt pretty quickly and now is back to the Super Bowl since his last appearance in the Super Bowl. That's number 1. Number 2, the Broncos were in the AFC Championship. The Broncos are still paying. They're still paying Russell Wilson.
I forgot that he was at the Broncos.
Yes,
wow.
He went to the Broncos, took a big paycheck. Didn't do well over there. Yeah, they're still paying him. So that's number 2.
Awesome.
And now, because this is number 3, we have a rematch, Patriots Seahawks. Last time that happened was Russell Wilson. That interception that he threw at game is going to be on replay the next 2 weeks.
Oh, for sure.
And he's just, unfortunately, a really bad time to be Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
I completely forgot that he was with the Rams. Or not the Rams, the Broncos.
You want to add 4 things, Nathan? He is the 3rd string on the New York Giants. I think it's pretty low, too. You know what I mean?
I forgot he hasn't retired yet. He's still in the league. That's crazy.
What's he going to do?
How the mighty have fallen. Well, that goes with my point from earlier of you've got these star quarterbacks that will just play until their legacy is in the dirt. And Russell Wilson
try to go to a 5th team? I just don't know.
Now,
because I don't think he's going to be a backup for Jackson Dart. That's seemingly the route they're going to go.
No, I think that at this point, yes, you go out on a high note, but his high note is gone. He's got to just leave. He's got to be out of there.
He is 37.
Yeah, he's up there. I mean, as far as quarterbacks go.
It's just dependent if he's going to try and keep forcing it or not, I guess. But I even watched, the press conference with Harbaugh in New York, and he was talking about Jackson Dart, and then he even brought up Jameis Winston. Like, he didn't even bring up Russell Wilson.
Really?
So,
well, I mean, okay, if you're smart about it, those are your two top guys. Like, Jameis is not a bad quarterback. I've said it before. He's not a bad quarterback. He is a fantastic secondary backup, but he's not a bad starter if you need him to be. Like,
he's going to throw the ball. You know,
he will throw the ball. He might fall asleep while he's doing it, but he will throw the ball.
He's going to give a hell of a pregame speech, and then he's going to throw.
Oh God, I love Jameis.
I love it too. My favorite thing was that stint he had at the Browns, and he was just like, it's just so lost. He's like, I just need the Lord to deliver me from interceptions, like, or from pick sixes. He's like, I just don't know what to do. He's just so funny.
I love him.
But yeah, so we got Mike Vrabel, first year, Mike McDonald, second year. Seemingly like it's a pretty good idea for young coaches because this is what they're doing. But unfortunately, maybe we can turn this into the next part.
What a good segue. What a great segue.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have unofficially, as of today, hired Mike McCarthy as their fourth head coach since 1969.
How do you guys feel? I'm going to be a real asshole right now.
I really thought it was going to be Shula. I really thought it was going to be Chris Shula.
I think that would have been the right choice. Out of all of the names that were brought up, I think that would have been the right choice. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. The Steelers are notorious, like you said, for having a coach and keeping him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the McCarthy pull is just to keep Rodgers for one more year and then they're going to drop him? Or do you think they're going to rock with him?
I don't think it's because there's been reports saying that this was not for Rodgers to come back. It's another checkbox, right?
I think it's going to help,
right?
But yeah, I don't think it was like the main reason.
No, I don't think so, and I fully believe that. But I'll be honest with you, I'm excited. I really am. I have sat here and I have looked at, we always talk about something needs to change. My golly, did they change? No defensive coordinator, no mid 30-year-old unproven guy, right? Those are two big things that Mike McCarthy is not. 62 and offensive minded. Nathan, we could potentially have a 2016-2017 offense again.
I do think, I think the offensive move is interesting. I was just, as you said, I was shocked by it in the sense of I've been seeing a lot of people say, like, oh, it's just such a Steeler thing to, like, go from a head coach that was producing above mediocrity and couldn't win in the postseason to just hiring a coach that does this exact same thing. But, no, this is the exact opposite of the Steeler thing to do. They go, the veteran route. So
they do.
I thought it was crazy, and like I said, like Saturday when the news came out, I was like freaking out because I was just like so shocked that was the move. But I've been seeing some stuff that like this could help bring in Rodgers, but also I guess there's talk that like Mike McCarthy really likes the upside of Will Howard. So
I was just about to bring that up. That was one of my talking points of here you have a guy, right, and you have to be. I keep telling my wife, like, I got to keep pulling myself down from cloud nine. Like, Will Howard's a 6th-round pick, right? However, when you watch his playoff run that he had with Ohio State, and, like, the argument is, it's Ohio State, that's wide receiver university. Someone's got to throw him the ball, right? They got to get the ball somehow.
Absolutely.
And he looked automatic. I mean, leadership, right? They always talk about, having a quarterback with leadership. Accuracy was there. Leadership was there. I mean, the physical body type. I mean, I don't know if you guys, last year he was on the John Gruden, YouTube.
Oh, yeah. No, we've talked about this.
I talk about it all the time. Yeah.
I could sit there with my, cereal in the morning and watch it like Saturday cartoons if I wanted to. I mean, that kind of stuff, when it's brought up, gets me going. And it is so fun to watch. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like, all right, go a little bit high. But, like, having a quarterback, coach like McCarthy, he's worked with some really good quarterbacks. I mean, you look at just the past couple of years, right? Dak was in MVP talks when he was healthy with McCarthy. He obviously played with prime Aaron Rodgers. Before that, I think he had Brett Favre maybe 1 year. I can't remember.
I can't remember the timeline if it was Rod. I think so, yeah, because I think he was hired Rodgers' rookie season, I think. Maybe. So then, yeah, he would have had Favre for the last year or two.
Yeah, he had him for the last 2 seasons.
So okay. I think we see the potential, right? And I always tell everyone that I talk to as well about this is like time will tell.
Yeah,
plain and simple, time will tell. And I get the reason people wanting Shula. I watched that game last night. I mean, I get it. That's a really good offense. But you're supposed to have this really good defense, and you're supposed to be, head coaching interviews, and you put out a pile of crap. You know what I mean? Like that. And you go, look, it's not just that one game. A lot of people are talking about, second half Shula and his defense. And I went back and I looked at stats, and they are spot on. They really are. Like in the second half, they just, whether it's a, change of game plan or something along those lines, the offense just figures out their hole and they attack that weakness every time. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we did dodge a bullet, and that's an unproven coach, and I get it. He's from the, McVay, but not all sunshines and rainbows when you come from the McVay.
That's true.
Raheem Morris just got fired in Atlanta. I think there was one more, I think just got let go. So it's like, maybe we did make the right call, so.
I'm just, I am very interested. I definitely, like the stuff about Howard does make me excited. And yeah, you brought up the Gruden thing. I've talked about it, I don't even know how many times this entire season, because like I watched it and it got me so excited. Like before the draft, I was like hoping that Will Howard, we can get him. And like, also like you said, I do have to like kind of remind myself, all right, he's a 6th round pick, but to like even what Gruden was saying, like he's got the size, he's got the mobility, like his leadership is good, and like even look, his run at Ohio State was great. Even the year before that, he won a Big 12 championship with Kansas State. So like,
he's a proven winner. He goes in and he wins, right? And John Gruden's not an idiot. I mean, he's a quarterback guru as well, offensive minded. So obviously, when he sees something, and I don't know, maybe John Gruden and Mike McCarthy had a little phone call. And said, hey, I like this guy.
I mean, who knows? No, okay, so like if, and I know, you're saying this isn't like to keep Rodgers or anything, but it does hit a check mark. If Rodgers does stay for another year, I think it is really important to let Will Howard have the starting position so that Rodgers can be there and be a mentor of sorts, and you're not just throwing a rookie into the wind. So if the combination of McCarthy, Rodgers, and Howard can be something, more power to you guys.
But let me ask you, if you're Rodgers, are you coming back to ride the pine?
I would have. If I'm Rodgers, I would have stopped playing a couple years ago. Good point. So I can't answer for him because every time that I think that he's done, he's back. I mean, it's not calling him like Brady, but it was the same situation. Brady retired, and then he came back, and then he retired, and then he came back. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen with Rodgers. Tears his ACL, first year with the Jets.
I thought he was done.
I thought he's done. I really did. No, but then he starts taking perks, and he starts coming back, and he's playing relatively well for a Jets player. And, I mean, one of my favorite things to do on this show is to give you guys a hard time because it's what we do. We bust each other's balls.
You love it.
I think the biggest thing is seeing his staff.
Yes.
Who he's going to bring as DC. OC not so much because he's going to call the plays.
I'm not too worried about the offensive coordinator because he was calling the plays in Dallas. I'm sure he's going to do the same thing in Pittsburgh, but we'll see. But he's got to find a whole new staff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it on the board right here, but I have a Fire Austin back here.
I'm pretty sure you can take that down because I think he is no longer going to be relevant after this year.
He has to be, and I just need to bring up that it's crazy that he's the only one left.
Yeah.
Tomlin is gone, Arthur Smith is gone, and Danny Smith is gone. Terrell Austin is the only coach still here.
Speaking of Arthur Smith, I think he still might be working for the Steelers because going to Ohio State, he's going to tank Jeremiah Smith's stock, and we're always right in the middle, right? So it's like, okay, this guy sucks because of my play calling, and he's going to fall to us at anywhere from 18 to 21, right? So,
I mean, if that happens, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
I'm all for it.
But, hey, real quick, I want to talk about McCarthy's final season in Dallas, and this is why it gets me excited, especially my wife too, because she loves to watch offense, and she's like, "Why are we running again? Why are we running the ball? Like, this is a 2-yard pass. Like, throw it deep." So, I think I've won her over with this. Number 1 scoring offense in McCarthy's final season. Number 2 in EPA/play. 3rd in success rate, and Dak was an MVP candidate. I mean, that should be, you know what I mean, like, pretty exciting. I get it, you know, defense and tradition, but I'm ready to have an offense again, dude. It sucks watching this
we talk about that a lot too, just like how it's time to like. I feel like, you know, the league is just like evolving over the past several years of like how like creative and like explosive that like we see on like offense now, and how like successful offensive coordinators to head coaches go in certain situations. I mean, like Ben Johnson's doing a great example of that. Same thing with like Liam Cohen in just their first years, but even prior to that, like all those different offensive minded head coaches and just the success that they bring.
No, as much as I don't like the Mike McCarthy pick, personally, I do like that you guys are taking that offensive approach.
Finally.
You know, exactly.
Yeah, finally.
I mean, we talked about this last week. You guys have to get off of the defensive mind, because it's just the steel curtain's not there anymore. It hasn't.
I mean, our defense is old now. So
yeah, you know what's crazy? Like going not this Super Bowl, but everything past. I think there was like anywhere from, I don't know the exact stats, like the past 8 to 10 winners, all offensive-minded coaches. Mm-hmm. And of course, right when we hire an offensive-minded, we have 2 defensive coaches in the Super Bowl now. We can't win. Yeah, I'm excited. I am. I really am. I'm excited to potentially score more than 30 a game, or average 30. Like, that's going to be fun to watch. Now, I can be also negative Nancy and say our defense is going to be, you know, terrible, depending on our coach. You know, and one guy, me personally, I would look at is Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
You know, successful.
I don't hate that either, yeah.
You know, successful at the Rams. That's why he got the Atlanta job. And his defense was never, you know, great, but never terrible either. They were steady to the low. But you got to look at their players, too. I can't name Judon, right? I think he played for them last year or 2 years ago. Like, and then I can't name a single player. But if you take his knowledge and apply it to actual having skill players, Ramsey, TJ, I don't think Cam Hayward's there next year, but, you know, Highsmith, Herbig, right? I think he can do damage. But, I mean, that's all up to McCarthy, obviously, and Omar. But that's a one name that I would look after, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that either. And, yeah, I am just curious to see where we do go from here. So I was all over the place on Saturday because, again, I was just – what Steelers have always done, a new up-and-coming coordinator, give him the role. I just thought it was crazy that we went that lateral route and got an old Mike McCarthy. I wasn't expecting that. I also thought it was just like a little rushed because I don't really think anyone's going after McCarthy. I could be wrong. But I figured they'd at least wait to bring Shula in for an in-person interview, or Nate Scheelhaus from the Rams as well. Bring him in for like offensive mind just to kind of see what those guys do. But we brought in 2 other guys and then Mike McCarthy. So, yeah, now he has to replace an entire staff. Like you said, I'm not really too worried about offensive coordinator because I think he's just going to be able to call the plays on that.
I don't either.
Man, this is a homecoming for him. So, I mean, the Pittsburgh guy. So, we'll see.
It's funny. I always see those videos, too. It's like, all right, McCarthy, what do you bring to the table? It's like, I'm from Pittsburgh. You're hired.
You're in.
And it kind of reminded me of the Kenny Pickett, right, situation where they drafted him. Kid next
hero.
Door, not a big draft, and you look at it, Super Bowl winner. But, yeah, I'm excited. I really am looking forward to. They are introducing him on Tuesday, the 27th at 2:00. So obviously tuned in. Might turn the comments off. I
think they have to. So I don't know if you guys saw this too, but I think it was
exactly what you're talking about.
Yesterday or the day before. The Steelers admin posted multiple times. They posted it 5 times. Yep. And it was just a resume of Mike McCarthy. They eventually had to, on the 5th time, they had to hide replies because they were like, I had not seen one fan excited about this just because it's just not a Steeler thing to do. Like, you get an old coach. So
well, I'd like to bring up Patrick. Insert this in the episode. It was really early in the season, and I brought up how Steelers fans are just Cowboys fans in a different font, and now you guys have the Dallas head coach. I mean,
you're gonna hate this take.
With what?
You guys are just Cowboys fans, but in a different font, man.
What does that even mean?
What do you mean?
How interesting.
You're ready for us to sign Ezekiel Elliott. So.
If I see Dak Prescott wearing black and gold, I'm going to be pissed. I'll be pissed.
But would we be shocked at this point?
No. Yeah, would we be shocked? No, absolutely not.
We're just going to rebuild that 2010 Super Bowl run. I mean, we got Rodgers, we got McCarthy.
You mentioned rebuild, and I don't think, and this is my opinion, I don't think that word exists in that facility.
Well, okay, so it doesn't, and yeah, that reminded me. So yeah, I watched the Art Rooney press conference after Mike Tomlin got let go, and someone brought that up, and he said, I don't really believe in that word. I have no interest in doing it because I want to be relevant. Yep. And I think that's also part of the reason of what went into this hiring, because yeah, like I think McCarthy's gonna be able to sneak out 9-10 wins with this team, because we're good enough to do that, but. It's just that's what makes me nervous is we just fall into this the same cycle that we're just drafting 20th overall and bumped in the playoffs first round. So I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, and I think an offensive mind is it's still a refresh, because it's different. It's going to be a different message than what Tomlin's been given the last 19 seasons. It's a whole different minded head coach. Again, offense. So. I don't know. I do hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm very interested tomorrow. It also makes me kind of nervous that I've not seen a single player on the Steelers say anything about this.
I told my wife that the other day, the past couple of days. I'm like, I have not seen one player, not one, kind of retweeted or posted on their story, and I'm thinking,
nothing.
That's
that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm like, that's just really interesting, but I don't.
You guys brought it up, I think, on your last episode, and I think it was Nathan. I don't see Cam Hayward here next year.
I don't either.
No, I think with Tomlin gone, I mean,
he was his coach. He has his own podcast, and I think he was his coach for. Tomlin drafted him. He was with him for 15 or 16 years.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I love Cam Hayward. I didn't like him in the offseason because of the whole contract. And,
yes, yeah.
But when I read into it, when it got finalized, it was all playoff based, so I was okay with it.
It was all incentive based, yeah.
Right.
So I was
Absolutely.
okay.
But I don't see him next year. I don't, and I hope he's come back because he has been an All Pro for 4 straight years now or something, first team or second team.
The last 4 or 5 years, I've always been I think this is going to be it for Cam Hayward, and then he does really good. So, but yeah, that's what we talked about it for the past few weeks, and I even brought it up last week. I'm just I think their relationship is just so good, Cam Hayward and Mike Tomlin, that I feel like Cam Hayward is that kind of guy to be all right, I'm going to leave with Tomlin as well, because he's getting up there too, and for a defensive end, that's pretty hard to do at that age. So
but I say that every year. And
I also say it every year, so I guess I'm just going to continue to keep saying it. So
I got to enjoy this year. This is going to be Cam Hayward's last year, and here we are 3 years later, and I'm like, this guy is still a beast. He's so fun to watch, man.
He is.
And it makes me laugh when other people try to get into an argument or get up in his chest, and this dude just towers over you, and his head is the size of 3 heads. So it's just, you know what I mean? And but if he doesn't come back, I do like someone to come in and fill his spot. That is me.
There we go.
He's got the helmet
so, I got the helmet here. I'm ready to go. By the way, this is all 3D printed.
No way.
Wait, really? Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you.
Oh, we're stupid and bought real ones. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so this is all 3D printed.
No way. Did you do that?
I did all of this.
Dude, that's
really cool.
Sick.
So I just wanted to show this off real quick.
You have to. That's really cool.
That's badass.
This is the throwback, great face mask and everything. But yeah, dude, weeks.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
that's
yeah,
sick.
I'll go in with that helmet and play some D-line. I mean,
That's so cool.
I'll do my TJ Watt celebration.
Yeah, call him up.
On the first time.
Call him up. You hear that, Mike?
Yeah.
Get ready, Omar.
Listen, TJ Watt is another one. I don't want to believe it yet, but for some reason I talked about it last week. There's weird smoke going on about TJ Watt either retiring or leaving for another team, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. But again, haven't heard anything from TJ. Like, he hasn't really said anything since the season ended. But
he's not going to.
I'd be shocked. I don't know. I don't know.
Can I say something and maybe play devil's advocate here? I think it's time for him to go. Not because he's bad necessarily, but because I think that he is a very good player and deserves a chance somewhere else. With that punctured lung that happened, I wouldn't be surprised with a retirement.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's hard to play through. That's crazy hard to play
I was
through.
even shocked he came back this
Me
season,
too. Yeah, I thought that he would be done for the season.
I saw punctured, collapse lung, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, which I think in all actuality, he probably should have been done. At least not play the first playoff game. Yeah. Maybe come back later if you guys move past that. But
does he not know who the Steelers are? We don't get past that.
Oh yeah, no. In that last episode, we were talking, and I was like, you know what, Nathan, on the upside, you won either way because he placed a bet that the Steelers
were beginning of the season. Yeah, it was like Steelers first round exit. And I could turn 20
as soon as he told me that, like last year.
Like, well, I mean, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah,
really.
I was like, no, I mean that's a lock. You're gonna.
That's funny. But dude, I was actually at that game.
Oh, were you?
I was. I went.
The playoff game against the Texans.
Yes, I was.
I was also there.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I was at the one Ravens Sunday night game.
Oh,
I bet that was awesome,
dude.
Oh my God,
nothing will beat that atmosphere at night.
Oh yeah,
no,
well,
not.
Like
our friend Grant was there, and he was, drunk out of his mind. But
called us the second
the field goal missed.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I was a fair weather fan because I was with my in-laws and my wife, and we all had to work the next day. And we left after the Zay Flowers touchdown.
Oh no!
So we're like, we're done. Let's just go home, beat the traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm driving home. I have it on my phone, and Calvin Austin scores, or I forget how the scenario goes. And yeah, I missed watching.
Oh no!
I mean, for like the last 60 seconds, I was like, "We won the game, we lost the game, we won the game." It was just,
dude,
it was crazy.
I don't know about you, Ben. I haven't been, following Eagles as much, obviously, but like, I need to be hooked up to a heart monitor every single time I watch the games, and it's like it's so frustrating.
Listen, like I hear all you guys talk about how like high the highs are and how low the lows are and how you just ride that line in between. And like, there are games like that, but I'm really happy that my dad didn't influence me enough to be a Steelers fan.
I told him after that Sunday night game, I was like, yeah, because he was talking about, like, Ben was saying how, like, his heart was just going up and down. I was like, well, that's every game.
I was going to say, yeah, like, I was locked into that game for you guys because, like I just said, I grew up in a Steelers household. My dad is a huge Steelers fan. I just happened to really like the colors of the Eagles when I was a kid, and I just stuck with them. But I remember, like, growing up every Sunday hearing my dad scream at the TV. And then, because I wasn't, like, super into football then, I'd be like, hey, did you guys win? He's like, oh, yeah, we won. But you wouldn't be able to tell just by hearing it. It makes sense.
I actually got an alert on my Apple Watch watching the Detroit game this year. And it literally says high heart rate.
Really?
Oh, that one also is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Like, the only time I didn't, get my heart racing was our last playoff game because our offense doesn't know what a, touchdown is.
Right.
And it's like, I get it. Credit Texans defense, awesome. top tier.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. This season, 100%.
I mean, but can we not scheme around their defensive ends to not?
Just even that too, because like I was talking about going into the game, and I was like, I'm not nervous for C.J. Stroud because I didn't think he was that good, and then he didn't play good. But like the Patriots proved that it is possible because they capitalized on the C.J. Stroud mistakes. He had the same amount of like mistakes against the Patriots that next round, and like we just weren't able to do that. And oh my gosh, I don't know. So that's why like. Back with like even like the TJ Watt thing and maybe just these veteran players that have been there for a while. Maybe this is the upside of the Mike McCarthy because like it is a veteran coach, but like he does bring in a new mindset and a new message. So because I mean TJ Watt since he's been drafted has been probably just hearing the same message from Mike Tomlin his whole career. I'm just how to play, win 9-10 games, get bounced in the first round. Like that's we talked about that last week of like. You just get tired of hearing the message at some point, and you just needs a refresh. So that's why, like, maybe this is good for those veteran players. But, I don't know. It's also just weird that I haven't heard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Time will tell. Like, I mean, I have a lot to be critical with Tomlin about just how he's conducted the team over the past 19 years. But my biggest complaint with the Steelers has always been the defense. You guys always leave the middle open, and that's why, I mean, like, you get into that weird gray area of, like, okay, is this Tomlin's fault or is this the defensive coordinator? Because, like, you obviously see it with Terrell Austin. What was the coordinator before him? Butler. I don't remember his name.
Oh, I can't remember what his name was.
Keith?
I thought he was OC. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. Well, either way. But, like, you saw it with those past two coordinators of – you're not able to run past these offensive schemes. It's like film doesn't exist.
It was Keith Butler, by the way.
Boom. Boom.
Nice.
But
this guy knows ball.
Record that. Somebody keep that. Clip that. But no, you see that this defense isn't evolving. So that's where
but to go behind like it's the schematics and right we have different defensive coordinators, but what's the one thing that remained the same the whole 19 years?
Exactly.
Mike Tomlin.
Exactly.
And it's his schematics. And I'm sorry that it's not 2008 anymore. And okay, so I have something really cool. So I work with two guys that do the coaches to player communications on the sidelines. So when I physically say like they are right behind the players, listening to every single call, I always ask the guy who's on the Steeler, what's Terrell Austin saying? And he goes, it's the same 5 words over and over. It's da-da-da, fire. That means basically blitz. Or da-da-da, and talking. I'm like...
He's playing real football how I play Madden.
And can I be honest? Like, his note card is the size of my phone and does this. And then you look at all the other DCs, and they have a Denny's menu ready to go.
Yeah,
like both sides.
You telling me that just made my biggest fear come true because I was like, this guy, like, oh my god, I was like, this can't be real, but it is real. It is real.
So like that's why it's like so cool to have that inside knowledge.
Yeah,
whether I'm supposed to say that or not, I don't know, but whatever. But like that is so cool to like. And I always ask him, what's Arthur Smith like? And he's like, basically tells him to play. And that's, but doesn't look for this, or this. I got to 2-3 years ago. Do you remember when San Fran came to our home opener? And it was Kenny Pickett's like first game, and we were all excited, and we just got humiliated.
Yeah.
So I work with the guy that was on the 49ers side. And I was like, what is he like? Like, he goes, he'd call a play, and he'd go, okay. He goes, you have CMC out of the back. You have IU coming across the middle here. You look for Kittle here, and it's like, this guy's basically just playing the game. He's the quarterback. And he would go out, and it's like, all right, your first read's this to this. And you would watch it, and the guy was telling me that you would literally watch the play develop, and he went from here to here, to here. And the next play was here to here to here. And it was so fun to watch because you're listening, and now you actually get to watch it happen.
Right.
And he's like, that was so cool. And I'm like, well, Steeler offensive coordinators don't do that, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Cool. It also makes sense because we were talking about how many, probably a month ago, of man, Brock Purdy's really relying on the headset.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
well, that makes sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
I mean, that's cool, but oh gosh, that just makes me.
So speaking of coordinators, Ben, OC, when's one getting announced?
Dude, there's nothing. There's nothing. We've got nothing going on.
Who does Ben Linger want as the OC?
Let's see. Who was I talking about last week?
You also mentioned Shieldhouse last week.
I did mention Shieldhouse. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to Shieldhouse. But like Nate said, we didn't see the best showing this week. Let me pull up my notes from last week. There was. Why can't I think of his name? Apparently, okay, so let's see. We have been looking at Frank Smith has been in the options. Josh Grizzard from Tampa Bay. Jim Bob Cooter from the Colts. But we've got nothing right now. There was the one OC that we used to have that worked with Reed, which I'm trying to remember his name.
Doug Peterson, right?
It wasn't Doug Peterson, no.
Okay.
I mean, I would not. Okay, listen. let's talk about Doug Peterson real quick. Earlier in the season, there were a bunch of rumors that he was kind of not really in talks, but he said to the media, "I would not be opposed." And dude, I'm telling you right now, I would not be opposed to have Doug Peterson in. Won us our first real Super Bowl, not a world championship or whatever. Won us our first Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Clearly could work that offense. Granted, that was almost 10 years ago now. The game has changed. But if we were to bring Doug Peterson in, I think that we would be an absolute powerhouse next year. I don't think that any of this blame falls onto Jalen Hurts. I do think some of it totally falls onto A.J. Brown. But that's another story. Oh. But we clearly have the weapons. I think that we could bring in any of the coordinator candidates besides Matt Canada. I know that you're going to bring up Matt Canada, but
I've been telling him, he's like, there's no one worse. And I was like, I promise you there's one guy worse.
There's always that one guy.
As long as we weren't to rehire Kevin Patullo or bring in Matt Canada, I think that we have the potential to be a great team. I mean, on paper, if you look at the box score, yes, we're not putting up the stats. We don't need to put up the stats because we have the ability to move that ball, whether it's a run play, whether it's a quick slant, whether it's a deep Hail Mary. I mean, Jalen Hurts has that potential. Saquon Barkley has that potential when he's, has an O-line to protect him. And our wide receiver room is insanely good besides for A.J. Brown.
So like I said, I didn't follow Eagles. So what was I always see the meme on TikTok where it's like Saquon up the middle, AJDB ball.
Was that Kevin Patullo
offense?
Yes, dude. Oh. Okay, Patullo, it's like he wanted to rely on the run game, but obviously Saquon comes in, first year from the Giants, and everybody saw him with the Giants, and they thought, oh, he's not actually that great. I was in that camp too. So they didn't have the defense relying to stop our run game. Obviously, Saquon's going to put up monster games, which he did. This year, our two best players, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, they're going to get double coverage the whole time. And, I mean, our O-line is really good, but it is not as good as it was last year. So, we lost some key players. It's a really young O-line. Jalen could stay in the pocket for easily, 10, 15 seconds, not have to worry about it. It was crazy. This year they tried to run that same scheme, but, obviously film gets involved and people are watching, and they learn how to break that up. Mm-hmm. And Patullo was doing a very similar thing to the Steelers defense. These are our 5 plays. We're going to run them. Mm-hmm. And we would run the same play, 3 times in a row. Mm. And just no development. A lot of blame got put onto Jalen Hurts, which I'm a fanboy, so maybe I'm biased, but I don't think that he was the problem. He didn't have the stats, but the offense also just wasn't cooking, period. And then any of the throws that he did have, they were there, but the receivers weren't catching them because A.J. Brown, double coverage. Mm-hmm. And then he's complaining because he's not getting the ball as much. So now Patullo is trying to work to incorporate A.J. Brown because he's crying on Twitter. And it just wasn't working all around. Like, we had some fire under us a little bit, but it wasn't, what we had last year or back in 2018, 2017. So Patullo was just not a good fit. He'd been with the Eagles for, I think, 5 years, including
he was an in-house hire, correct?
Yes, yeah. I don't remember exactly what he was doing. He was like a wide receiver coach or something.
Okay.
But yeah, so he moves him up, and this is where like the problem with Nick Sirianni and the Eagles comes into play, because Sirianni is, I think, a very good coach, and he has a really impressive coaching tree at this point. Mm-hmm. So we have an OC, they leave. We get a new OC, they leave. We get a new OC, they leave. Hurts hasn't had the same OC for the past 6 years.
Right.
So obviously, like, this offense is going to evolve every single year, whether it's for the better or for the worst. This year just happened to be the worst.
Yeah. Is he so Nick is he a defensive minded or an offensive minded?
I think he was defense.
Okay.
Let me see.
Man, the Eagles defense is always like in your face, hard nose,
Mm-hmm.
Cooper DeJean is one hell.
He's a dog, dude.
So fun.
What a pickup. What a pickup.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Two exciting whites. Is that what their nicknames are?
Yeah, exciting whites. Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about Vic Fangio. We don't want to talk about him. Let's go. Jonathan Gannon. That's not what I'm looking up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he came from defense. I can't seem to find it. Yeah, defensive backs coach.
Yeah.
At Mountain Union. And then got moved up. So I mean, as far as Philadelphia goes, he is such a good fit for Philadelphia because he's also
he's an asshole.
He's an asshole. I mean, the best way to say it, he is an asshole. He is in your face. He is loud. He's obnoxious. It works for Philly. So people were trying to throw a lot of blame onto him too, saying that he's done, but we won the Super Bowl last year. Like,
it's hard to. Yeah, I actually really like him. It's just you're just in that cycle where, you have a really good OC, and which is what the NFL is creating its own, script of we want offense, we want touchdowns, we want views.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So when you get a good offense, it's plucked. Yep. See ya. Plucked. Yep. And it's like I'm looking at your guys' Kellen Moore, Saints.
Yep.
Brian Johnson, I guess what took over. I don't know where he went. Shane Steichen is another one. Like, those are Kellen Moore and Shane Steichen are two. Well, I mean, look at the Colts. Except the last, 8 games they were.
Yeah, but
Kellen
that
Moore
was just lack of
everything
talent.
that could go wrong.
Kellen Moore got his quarterback, and it was like, this team can be good.
Oh, absolutely.
Go spend money, but they're always so far in the negative capital.
Yep.
So it's hard, but.
Yep. But, like, I mean, it's such a double-edged sword because obviously you want these guys to go out and, follow their dream of being a coach somewhere and moving up through the positions. But it also hurts us because, like, Jalen hasn't had the same offensive coordinator for the past
5 or 6 years, right?
More than that, 10 years.
10, if it goes back to college. Every year in college you had a different offensive coordinator.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, granted, you could say he's kind of used to it at this point, but no matter how used to it you are, it's new every single time. Like, you can't get comfortable whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. And that's why, like, I've been doing my research and looking at candidates and who we're talking about, but it's also almost like, what's the fucking point? Because I know that they're just going to leave next year. Like, obviously, I want us to get somebody better than Patullo, but Patullo is the worst that we've seen in arguably 15 years.
Ooh, that's saying something.
So, yeah, the Eagles, they've had some bad seasons, but they've always, the East has never really been the hardest division to fight in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, last year, it was a little bit more competitive. This year, it kind of fell back into what we've seen the East be.
Yeah.
So, it's not like I'm necessarily worried, because I try not to be a box score merchant, but you also, you look at the stats of the team, and they're winning. So, Patullo has influence, but the offense itself just has a lot of talent and potential. So as long as we just have somebody who is willing to play more than 5 plays and not run it up the middle, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. And that's where I think why can't I think of his name? We were just talking about him. Doug Peterson would be a really good candidate for that. I mean, he's familiar with the program, obviously.
It
would be
was
a
the
demotion,
play caller for the Hurts rookie year. So
yeah, exactly.
Familiar,
Exactly. He knows who's at the gun. He again led us to a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. He is willing to do some trick plays like Sirianni is. This year we were just so conservative. It was, like you said, run it up the middle, run it up the middle, run it up the middle. We weren't willing to take any risks, and that helps to a point. But if we want to beat the other team, we're going to have to take some risks. We got to throw some deep balls, We have to do, Philly. Throw something out there that the defense is not ready to see. And we had that with the tush push for a little bit, but then we also wasted our fake tush push beginning of the season. So
the Steelers are better at it.
And now the Steelers are tush push merchants.
We literally took the brotherly shoved and took that and ran with it. Now we
did.
Hayward pushing Hayward.
It's the actual real brotherly.
It really is.
I saw that.
Oh.
Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Seahawks.
Yeah, we can't bet Patriots get 7.
It's got to be the Seahawks.
I've already ordered all Sam Darnold uniforms for us. It's
perfect.
Orders
There we go.
Real quick, my one thing for you guys. I'm looking here at the 2026 draft order.
Mm-hmm.
From an Eagles fan, from a Steeler fan, who we picking? What are we looking at? I want one.
Gotta be a wide receiver at least.
So, Eagles have the. Let's see here, the 23rd pick.
There's been some talks, and I might get his name wrong here. Sadiq, out of Oregon, tight end. I'm not opposed to getting some more offensive pieces. Tight end would definitely be where we would need to look.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty comfortable in our other positions. So, only other thing, you could argue that we need some more O-line pieces, but our defense is pretty stacked right now. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know who's going to leave in the offseason. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my number 1 pick right now is Sadiq out of Oregon.
Okay. Nathan, who are we picking at 21?
Gotta get a wide receiver. I mean, I don't know how you don't. It just depends on who's there. I mean, obviously Carnell Tate out of Ohio State would be awesome, but I don't foresee him being there at 21. Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of things that maybe the next best and who would be available then is Malachi Lemon out of USC, the wide receiver. But I mean, you got to get another body in there, man.
Yeah,
it's just you got to get another 100%. Wide receiver.
So. And I fully agree, but here's the thing: if you're talking to Mike McCarthy and you're saying, okay, Will Howard's our guy, we have 12 picks. I mean,
you also have a lot of picks for the Steelers. Yep. Yes.
I mean, if you really think that, why not go get him his old weapon? You know what I mean? Why trade up for him? You're gonna have to trade up a good bit. You're probably gonna have to go from 21 to potentially top 10. to be honest with you.
You're gonna have to be pretty close to
and that's
creeping in, if not in the top 10.
But if that's not the case, and he's gone, and the guy that you mentioned is off the board, I really like Denzel Boston from Washington. Big, physical, move after the catch. Reminds me of like, I shouldn't say George Pickens because he's one of a million, but like the way that he runs. Like I've watched some film on him, and I've watched some highlights and everything like that. Watching him, the yak is what's so fun to watch. And the Steelers better than we know the Steelers. It's always the yards after the catch for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard. We hardly ever see that deep ball go out of bounds anymore. It's I don't want to say it's stuff over the middle, but it's whether it's a quick slant or an outbreaking route or something like that, like what he can do with the ball in his hands. And I want to look at his height here, 6'4", 210. So we're not talking about a speedster. We're talking about another DK. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's I think what you need. You just need another big body.
Because
all respect to Calvin Austin, I like him. Like I think like his quickness is like really good, but he's just not that big.
He's not.
I think. I think that's the move. So maybe draft is in Pittsburgh. Maybe they get creative, have fun, trade up.
Are you going?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Absolutely. Didn't even think about it, man. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll be interested. Like you said, we do have a lot of picks to work with. So maybe there's potential to sneak up the draft board just a little bit and go get because Cardinal Tate would be awesome. But if not, I think there's a few other wide receivers. But we gotta go there because like the trenches are built in my opinion. They're pretty good. So we'll see.
All this to take Ty Simpson at 21. So.
No.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, with that, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for this week. How are you guys feeling? Any last words before we send off?
Shedeur Sanders made Pro Bowl.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Pro Bowl talk is going to be really fun next week.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I can't wait to watch flag football.
Yeah.
Just do away with it.
At this point, like
add another bye. I mean, come on, people.
I'll be honest. I never watch it. I
haven't watched the last few.
I watch it because it's something that's on.
Yeah.
Background noise.
Of course, yeah. But all right, ladies and germs, thank you all for listening to another week of Yins and News. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and did I miss one?
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Twitter.
You Twitter? Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud. We'll see you on game day.